If you're like me, you embraced technology years ago and it's such a part of your daily life now that it's difficult to imagine life without it. Can you imagine using a flip phone in the day of a smartphone? I remember texting when it cost 0.10 per message, and you had to press the number key 1, 2 or 3 times depending on the letter you needed. Texting took time, so it gave you time to come up with a response. Now most of us can swipe our thumbs and rely on autocorrect or auto-selection or automated something to try and get our message across. Or I use voice to text so much I might as well just phone someone instead. But I remembered being a teen and loving it when I got mail. I went away to a camp one summer and made a ton of pen pals, and had very special relationships with several young girls. Some may have called it puppy love or a crush, but to my 14-year-old mind there could be no more true feeling than what I felt for 3 girls. We left camp with promises to write and we did. Long rambling letters full of observations, promises and more than a few misspellings. Autocorrect did not exist for handwritten letters. I wrote shoeboxes full of letters that went out if not daily, then at least enough times in the week that after a few months my father told me to get a job to pay for my own postage. I kept up with this habit through college, before the internet was open to all of us. My friends and I scattered across the country and the only way to truly keep in touch was through snail mail. Long-distance phone calls charged by the minute and poor college students could afford a 0.21 cent stamp much more than 0.21 cents per minute. As I got older the letters stopped being so frequent. I take responsibility because maybe I didn't answer a missive or two before my friends stopped writing as well. Until the introduction of email in the mid-90s and we rediscovered writing to each other. Each day it was fun to log in through dial-up to see who you heard from overnight and what new surprise was in the inbox. That lasted until email became a pervasive form of marketing. Now my email inbox is 99% newsletters and ads. Much like my snail mail evolved into junk mail. It's okay though because now there's Facebook. A great way to send instant communication to friends and family, and since it's practically the speed of light it doesn't have to be a letter. It can be a note. Still I missed writing letters by hand. There's something intimate about using a pen to paper, and capturing thoughts. I still do it every morning in my journal where I write down 3 things I am grateful for on that day. I write down my goals, my dreams and I capture 10 ideas each day by pen. That made me wonder what would happen if I tried to recapture the joy of writing letters and surprise someone each day with a piece of mail. I picked 10 friends and decided to write 3 letters each. I bought stationery, envelopes and postage and scheduled time each day to write and mail a letter. Were they surprised? Absolutely. I got a text after the first letter asking what this was all about. The second letter earned a text calling me pretentious and old-fashioned. The third letter though got me a response by mail. A postcard. A printed picture pasted onto a piece of cardstock from someone who used to make collages and mail them to me in college. And handwritten letters in response to mine. Do you know how I felt each time I checked the mailbox? A delicious thrill of anticipation that there would be something more than bills and junk mail. Most of my bills I've set to autopay and electronic communication to cut down on waste and what ends up in the landfill, so for the most part what I get in the mail is advertising. Except now I get letters. People writing short notes to tell me about their week, or their day or their thoughts on a subject I shared in my letter to them. Their opinions on the new president. Their idea to change their community. How they plan to connect with their kids. What they hope to see in a movie we anticipate for next summer. And memories. We talk about the memories of the last time we wrote to each other. What happened when I wrote letters for 30 days? I made another 3 months of memories as letters trickled in and I built a new habit to connect with my friends offline. I highly recommend it. Check out even more magic marketing tips and get started doing more today.